The weekend rolls along, folks. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas here on a Sunday, and we've got the NBA Finals Sunday night that takes center stage. 8 o'clock Eastern. Get it going at Golden State. They're an 8.5-point favorite. The total's up a little bit with the change of venue to 195.5. Game 4, raucous start to the game on a dead over pace. All of a sudden, they gave Curry and James and some of the starters a rest at the start of the second quarter, and man, did that thing shut down. The bottom line is the way you really smart way you could have bet the series going into Game 4 was you could have laid 15 cents with Golden State for the series. They were 3.5-point favorites, covered easily in Game 4. Favorites the rest of the way, likely. If when you get it back to Cleveland, it could be a pick'em game, maybe Cleveland won. But for the most part, the value was to bet the Warriors in the series down 2-1. And we said in this space, it was kind of eerily reminiscent of when they were in trouble against Memphis early in the playoffs, lost Game 3, and then came back with a blowout performance in Game 4. But full marks to Steve Kerr. We also thought that the advantage from a coaching perspective was for the Warriors. It ends up being that, Dellavedova, he's the key for the Cleveland Cavs, got him going in this series with his defense, and then David Lee comes off the bench for Golden State. All of a sudden, they find some rhythm offensively, and it's amazing that those two guys kind of ultimately proved to be maybe the key to the outcome of the series. But the Warriors think they found something offensively. They look really, really solid now. I think they got a little mojo. LeBron James doing all he can. But they should wear down. They're only playing 7 guys, and Golden State is just rolling guys at you in waves. So we'll be focused on the NBA Finals on a Sunday night. Don't forget, we got the final round of the FedEx St. Jude Classic in Memphis. But then we start turning our focus of attention to the second major. Jordan Spieth wins the Masters. Who knows what's going to happen at Chambers Bay, Puget Sound, Links-style course. It's the great unknown. Should be a very entertaining weekend. That's coming up this week. Major League Baseball on a Sunday. We've got lots of action, as you can well imagine. Let's look at some of the featured games. Yanks in Baltimore. Warren gets the call versus Wright. Toronto and Boston. Estrada is on the hill against the stud youngster. How about Eduardo Rodriguez? This guy's been throwing darts. Great start to his career. Again, first start through the league where everybody gets their first peek at him. We'll see if they start hitting him at some point. Hamels versus Burnett with Philly at Pittsburgh. KC St. Louis. Vargas goes versus John Lackey. That is a bitter rivalry, even though they're not in the same league. Minnesota and Texas, Phil Hughes versus Nick Martinez. Get out games for you. We got the Sunday night Major League Baseball game, of course, with Cincinnati and Chicago taking center stage. Anthony DeSclafani gets the call versus John Lester. And a little National League West battle for you as well in the afternoon. That's the Dodgers and the Padres with Bolsinger versus James Shields. So it's a Sunday filled with opportunities on the wagering board. We're focused on the NBA Finals on Sunday. Early in the week, though, we're going to be handing out, or this week, we're going to be handing out the Stanley Cup, the NBA Finals trophy, and baseball is the focus of attention with the U.S. Open, and you know what that means right after that. Football, football, football. It's right around the corner. Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. We're having a great weekend here. Hope you are as well. Don't forget, check out the featured pick of the day from our friends at oddsworthbetting.com. It is available to you right below this video.